Can I go to the sleepover?
I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, "No thanks, not my thing."
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
The Quilt Guild for many years has had an exhibit here with the Georgetown Scott County Museum. And each year we pick a different theme and work forward with it. We unfortunately did not have one the past 2 years due to COVID, but we are back bigger and better than ever. And our theme this year is Friends Near and Far. So our project focused on quilts that were made with friends, whether they were here or elsewhere. Maybe you did an internet type of quilt, or maybe a friend within the guild that you worked on a quilt together, and many of them are that way. But it had to be a quilt that spoke to you as far as the friendship you have with a fellow quilter. Okay, this quilt is an example of piecework as well as embroidery, and this was done by one of our quilt members who had a very passionate statement that without you, life is like. And her daughters are her best friends, but unfortunately she lost one of her daughters a couple of years ago. And this quilt just really spoke out to me about her passion for quilting, and that she wanted to recognize both her daughter who's with her and her daughter who is no longer with her. COVID certainly had all of us isolated for a great deal of time, and we did do things with friends near and far. We have exhibits here today from Japan, from as far away as Japan. We do have a sister city there in Tahara, and quilters that we exchange quilts and projects with. And a lot of it is that our Quilt Guild is so active, and we really are a network of quilters in that we do work with each other on different things. So I think having the opportunity over the past year or 2 years and getting back together, being apart for that length of time and then getting back together was certainly a good choice of a theme for Friends Near and Far. This quilt is hand-pieced and hand-quilted by Arlene Arnett. This is a temperature quilt from 2021. So each roll is a month, each flower is a week, and the temperature scale she has over here on the side that indicates the temperatures. So you can pretty much go through here and pick out the week or the day for your birthday in 2021 and see how hot or cold it was that day to see what the temperature was. This is just a wonderful, it's all hand done, so it's a wonderful example of the talent and the craftsmanship that we have in our Quilt Guild. I think the overall message for not only this particular exhibit being Friends Near and Far is the friendships that quilters make among themselves. If you're new to Georgetown, Scott County, and maybe you have some sewing experience or you have an interest in quilting, we would certainly welcome you to our Quilt Guild and meet all of the quilters, meet all the ladies, and develop that friendship, because you do, being a part of the Quilt Guild, you do make friends and they become very near and dear to you, and the networking is awesome. This quilt is by Beth Dunn. It is a pattern that she, it was not paper pieced, but she pieced it all, and then each of her border blocks were pieced independently. It's been a very popular quilt here at the museum. People have looked at it and just go, because there is a tremendous amount of work in there, and each petal of the flower has been hand quilted, or not hand quilted, but machine quilted with a different pattern to accentuate the different colors of the rose. What makes me proud to do this is the fact that we get to showcase our beautiful quilts. We get to showcase the talent of all of our friends. We hopefully will bring in people from the community so they can see what we do and have an interest in it. We also do charitable events. We work with different agencies throughout Georgetown and Scott County, and that is also a passion of ours, because we want to promote ourselves, but in turn we also want to give to our community.